we will see which indexes are required for my query. So during last 16 years of my career, I have seen that even senior DBAs are not very clear which indexes should be created for a query to run faster. So it is a very important aspect of query performance tuning. So we'll see it with some examples which clarifies which index should be created and how it should be created. So let's see some examples. So I'm taking example of a table here. So it's a buildings table which will have building ID, building name and building location. And there is a clustered primary key on this table. So let's create this table and let's add some sample records. So I will insert around 8 to 10 records in this table. You can get this sample script from our blog also. So I have a table with clustered index and some sample records are there. So let's see, if I run this query, select building ID from buildings where building ID is 1. So what will happen? Since the where clause is on building ID, we will have a clustered index 6. So let's see. So I ran this and you can see a record came and it's a clustered index 6 because the required index was already there. Now if I modify the same query, in the where clause I am saying where building name is Empire State. Now there is no index on building name. So to fetch this data, there is no way for optimizer to know how to fetch it. So what it will do? It will simply do a clustered index scan. So let's see that. So clustered index scan. Why clustered index scan? Because clustered index has everything. It is nothing but a table in itself with some sorting on a column. So it will fetch all the data from a clustered index. Now to make this query faster, because scans are slow, so we want to convert it to a seek. So we will create a supporting index. So I'm creating an index here on building name column. So this is how we create an index. So if I create it, done. And now let's see what happens to the same query. So if I run this one, it's the same query where building name is this. So if I run this query, the new index should be used. It's a non-clustered index seek. So if you can see the name, the same index is used because the optimizer found a perfect index for this query. So this query will be much faster than the previous one if there are a lot of records. Now let's see another scenario. In this query, I'm saying where building name is this and I'm putting building location in my select. Now again, there is no index on building location. So how optimizer will fetch this building location? There is no way for it to get it from any index. So it will do either an index scan if data is less, or maybe it will do a lookup so that it just fetches those few records from a clustered index. But in this case, it's an index scan. So how do we convert this scan into a seek? We will need a covering index. So what is covering index? An index which covers the entire query. So it means it will have an include clause in it. So include clause will have all the columns which are part of select, and my normal index key columns will be which you mention in your where clause. So if I create this index in the building name but with some additional clause, include building location. So this will be a covering index. So if I run this query, same query, it will be a perfect index seek. Which index? The new one that we just created, building name 2. Fine. So this is how you can convert your scans into seeks, and this is a very fundamental thing on indexes. So as a junior or senior DBA, you should know which index should be created for which kind of where clause and select columns. Thank you.